In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 29, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Memphis Grizzlies versus Oklahoma City Thunder. On Sunday night, the Memphis Grizzlies will travel to the Paycom Center for an away game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Grizzlies are coming off an impressive victory over the New Orleans Pelicans, while the Thunder are playing on Saturday night and will face Memphis in the second game of a back-to-back. This matchup promises to showcase both teams' resilience and adaptability as they contend with challenging schedules and roster limitations. The Grizzlies are still dealing with injuries, as Santi Aldama remains unavailable and Brandon Clark is listed as questionable for the game. On the other side, the Thunder are also navigating their own injury woes, with key players such as Chet Holmgren, Alex Caruso, and Luguentz Dort out of the lineup. Despite being without key contributors like Ja Morant, Aldama, and Marcus Smart, the Grizzlies have maintained an impressive record of 22-10 both straight up and against the spread. This speaks to their ability to embrace a next-man-up mentality throughout the season. Meanwhile, Oklahoma City, although on the second night of a back-to-back, has demonstrated resilience, but their injuries may level the playing field against a battle-tested Memphis squad. Expect the Grizzlies to lean on their depth and experience in overcoming adversity. The Thunder have performed exceptionally well at home in recent weeks, which has understandably made them favorites in this matchup. However, the odds may undervalue the Grizzlies, who are more than capable of pulling off an upset despite their depleted roster. Memphis has proven time and again that they can compete with top-tier teams, even when short-handed. Given their ability to stay competitive, the Memphis Grizzlies to cover the spread as underdogs is our full-game side pick. Oklahoma City enters Sunday's game following a matchup with the Charlotte Hornets on Saturday, setting the stage for a Western Conference showdown between 2 elite teams. Memphis leads the NBA in pace of play, which has allowed them to score at a league-high clip. Conversely, Oklahoma City boasts the NBA's most formidable defense, anchored by their ability to protect possessions and minimize turnovers. In fact, the Thunder currently lead the league in turnover percentage, highlighting their disciplined style of play. While Memphis thrives on high-scoring games, they will face a defensive juggernaut in Oklahoma City, whose staunch defense allows only 12.5 fast break points per game, the third-best mark in the league, which drops to fewer than 10 points when playing at home. Considering these dynamics, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Miami Heat versus Houston Rockets. The Houston Rockets are set to host the Miami Heat in a Sunday evening matchup that promises to be intriguing given both teams' recent performances. The Heat have dominated this rivalry lately, winning the last 4 meetings. However, they hold an even 2-2 record against the spread during that span, suggesting a mixed level of consistency. Miami continues to grapple with injury challenges, as key players Jimmy Butler and Josh Richardson remain sidelined. On the Rockets side, Dylan Brooks and Tari Eason are listed as questionable, keeping their lineup decisions in flux. The Heat have struggled to find momentum this season due to their inability to sustain any lengthy winning streaks, largely because of persistent injuries. Meanwhile, the Rockets, who are riding a solid winning streak, recently experienced a heartbreaking setback, losing to the Timberwolves on Friday after a late-game collapse. Playing on the second night of a back-to-back is a notoriously difficult scenario for any team, and Miami faces exactly that challenge in this matchup. Houston, having experienced the effects of fatigue themselves during a disappointing fourth quarter against Minnesota, will look to take advantage of Miami's weary legs. The Rockets have had a day to rest and regroup at home, while the Heat played on Saturday and must travel overnight before suiting up again. Furthermore, the Heat face the added distraction of swirling trade rumors surrounding Jimmy Butler. His absence for conditioning reasons has sparked speculation, raising questions about his future with the team. Despite playing at a fast pace and ranking 8th in possessions per game, Houston has excelled defensively, allowing the 3rd fewest points in the league. This combination of speed and defensive tenacity makes them a formidable opponent. Houston has demonstrated moments of dominance this season, with an offense capable of scoring across the roster. However, their true strength lies in controlling the paint and dominating the boards. Ranked in the top 10 for paint defense and leading the league in rebound rate, the Rockets excel at limiting opponents' second-chance opportunities while generating additional scoring chances for themselves. Expect them to pressure Miami into tough, contested shots and capitalize on their physicality in the paint. The Heat, already missing their star player, find themselves at a significant disadvantage playing the second leg of a back-to-back. Their struggles on the road are well documented, with 9 of their 14 losses coming away from home. Houston, on the other hand, has proven to be an above-average team on both ends of the floor and will be eager to bounce back from their recent collapse against Minnesota. With 19 covers against the spread this season, the Rockets have been one of the NBA's most reliable teams for bettors. So the Houston Rockets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Both teams will be shorthanded in this game, as Miami is without Butler, their second leading scorer, and Houston will likely miss 2 key double-digit contributors in Dillon Brooks and Tari Eason. Miami's offensive woes have been pronounced, with neither Bam Adebayo nor Duncan Robinson producing at their usual scoring levels. The Heat's recent 89-88 slugfest against Orlando underscores their offensive struggles, and they have gone under the total in 3 of their last 4 games. Miami, known for playing at one of the slowest paces in the league, faces a Rockets squad that has been defined by its defensive intensity throughout the season. The Heat's preference for relying on three-point shooting will be tested against a Houston defense that is among the best in the league at defending the perimeter. However, the Rockets themselves have struggled with ball movement, ranking near the bottom in assist to field goal ratio. They will face a Miami defense adept at disrupting passing lanes and forcing turnovers. Given these dynamics, expect both offenses to struggle and be forced into alternative scoring methods. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. San Antonio Spurs versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The NBA betting slate continues this Sunday, December 29th, featuring 6 intriguing matchups, including a compelling Western Conference showdown at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. The San Antonio Spurs are set to face off against the Minnesota Timberwolves in what promises to be an exciting game. This clash will mark the continuation of their 4-game regular season series, as both teams have claimed 1 victory each in their prior meetings during the 2024-2025 season. The Spurs secured a 113-103 victory at home on November 2nd, but the Timberwolves struck back with a 106-92 triumph on the road on December 15th. Heading into this contest, the San Antonio Spurs carry some momentum after defeating the Brooklyn Nets in their most recent outing. However, the Minnesota Timberwolves are understandably favored to win, as they have the advantage of playing on their home court. These two teams have already squared off twice in San Antonio earlier this season, with the Timberwolves prevailing in their last encounter by a score of 106-92 on December 15th. While the Timberwolves are considered the stronger team on paper, this game might not be as straightforward as expected, given Minnesota's tendency to underperform at times throughout the season. The Timberwolves are coming off an emotional, hard-fought comeback victory over the Houston Rockets, which could potentially set up a letdown performance. Meanwhile, the Spurs, a young and hungry team, have shown signs of growth and resilience. They have been competitive in many close games and have impressively covered the spread in their last 5 contests. With these factors in mind, the San Antonio Spurs to cover the spread as underdogs is our full-game side pick. Both teams rely heavily on their three-point shooting, but they also excel at defending the perimeter. The Spurs currently rank 10th in the NBA in opponent three-point percentage, limiting their foes to 35.5% from beyond the arc. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves are even better in this department, ranking 5th with an opponent three-point percentage of 34.6%. In their most recent meeting, the Spurs struggled from downtown, hitting just 11 of 45 attempts, while the Timberwolves converted 12 of their 35 shots from beyond the arc. San Antonio operates at a relatively modest pace, ranking 18th in the league with 98.7 possessions per 48 minutes, while Minnesota plays at an even slower tempo, ranking 23rd with 97.5 possessions per 48 minutes. The Timberwolves have also leaned toward low-scoring games recently, with the under hitting in 10 of their last 13 matchups overall and in 4 of their last 5 games against the Spurs. In their earlier matchups this season, the total went over, but this game projects to be more defensive in nature. Neither team is known for their scoring prowess. For example, the Spurs' recent victory over the Nets came despite scoring just 96 points, as they held their opponent to a season-low 87 points. With Victor Wembanyama patrolling the paint and blocking shots at a high rate, the Timberwolves are unlikely to post a significant offensive output. Similarly, the Spurs will have to contend with a Minnesota defense that ranks fourth in the league in opponent points per game. Both teams also rank outside the top 20 in possessions per game, further reinforcing the likelihood of a slower, more methodical contest. Considering these dynamics, we project this to be a low-scoring game, making under the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.